let's talk about your biggest accomplishment, being a part of Chiefs Kingdom.
That's right.
How long have you been a part of the kingdom?
I'm sorry, Jason. Not
You
to
can
crush
apologize
you.
to me. I'm honorary member.
Got a superstar in Caitlin Clark, a generational talent in women's basketball, and an NFL dynasty in the Kansas City Chiefs, both at the top of their game. But this isn't just about Clark being a fan, it's about mutual admiration. The Chiefs aren't just acknowledging her, they're embracing her as one of their own. So what makes this connection so special? It's more than just a few social media shout-outs. Clark's passion for the Chiefs runs deep, and in return, the team sees her as a powerhouse in her own right. When an athlete of her caliber backs a franchise like Kansas City, it creates a buzz that goes beyond sports. It's a cultural moment.
You've touched on this a bit, but how much of a family deal was this for you growing up where it's Sunday, everyone gets around the TV and watches the Chiefs game?
In this video, we're exploring the special connection between Caitlin Clark and the Kansas City Chiefs, a bond that goes beyond just being a fan. It all started in Iowa, where a young, sports-loving Clark first fell in love with the game. Over the years, that passion has only grown stronger, turning her into one of the team's most dedicated supporters. We'll break down the key moments that cemented her loyalty and how she went from cheering in the stands to earning the respect of Chiefs players and fans alike. But here's where it gets even more interesting, the surprising similarities between Clark and Kansas City's own Patrick Mahomes. Stay tuned.
That's what I really looked forward to most on Sundays. There wasn't obviously college sports, but, we would be watching the Chiefs, and I would be upset if they lost, and I still am. Like every Sunday, that's what, is usually the brightest part of my day is turning on the TV and watching the Chiefs.
And I'd be upset if they lost, and I still am. Every Sunday, the highlight of my day is turning on the TV and watching the Chiefs. So, what do Caitlin Clark and Patrick Mahomes have in common? Why is she being called the Mahomes of women's basketball? Stick around as we break down how her love for the Chiefs goes beyond just being a fan. It's a key part of her story, influencing her mindset, competitiveness, and the way she approaches the game.
I'm a Midwest kid, so there's this picture that's been circulating a couple years ago when I was on Peyton Eli's Monday Night Show, where I'm in a full Chiefs outfit. I had family in Kansas City, and I grew up in Des Moines, Iowa, which is only 3 hours from Kansas City. So that's just the closest NFL team. So my dad was a big Chiefs fan growing up.
Caitlin Clark's love for the Kansas City Chiefs isn't just about Super Bowl wins or big plays, it's something much deeper. Growing up in Iowa, just 3 hours from Kansas City, Sundays weren't just football days for her, they were a family tradition. In the Clark household, game days were special, filled with excitement, energy, and the unmistakable roar of Chiefs Kingdom. A childhood photo of young Caitlin wearing a cherished Chiefs jersey, her eyes full of determination, proves her loyalty isn't new, it's been there from the start.
People think I'm like a bandwagon Chiefs fan. I'm like, no, I was there before Patrick and Travis. Like
I love it.
We were ride or dies, so we've been big fans, and now obviously all the success you guys have had has made it a lot of fun for us.
So, what drew a young Caitlin Clark to the Chiefs? It wasn't just the touchdowns or game-winning drives, it was their grit, resilience, and ability to overcome the odds. These were the same qualities that defined her own athletic journey, which actually began on the soccer field. Clark often looks back on those Sundays filled with cheers, family laughter, and a shared love for the game. For her, watching the Chiefs wasn't just entertainment, it was an experience that helped shape her competitive spirit and drive to succeed.
No, it was always a big deal. My dad always had them on, whether we were in the basement, whether we were upstairs. A lot of times my family would be cooking. My mom is like the best chef of all time. So she would oftentimes make really good food while we were watching.
As Caitlin Clark rose through the basketball ranks, from high school sensation to record-breaking star at the University of Iowa, her love for the Chiefs never faded. Even while making history on the court, she always found time to celebrate her favorite NFL team. Her social media became a reflection of her passion, filled with game day reactions, highlights of incredible plays, and heartfelt messages of support. She wasn't just a fan, she made sure everyone knew it.
We would go to like one game a year growing up with my cousins down in Kansas City.
That's so
and we
fun.
still try to go. We went to the Christmas Day game last year. I think the year before you might have played on Christmas Eve, maybe. We went to that. We were sitting outside for that one. My toes were like about to fall off. My fingers about to fall off. I don't get how you guys play in that type of weather, but it's fun. And like obviously
we got heaters on the sideline. They let us cheat.
Arrowhead's not too bad, so good spot.
But Clark's connection to the Chiefs goes beyond social media. She's been right there in the heart of it all, standing among the sea of red and gold at Arrowhead Stadium, cheering alongside diehard fans, living every high and low of the game. In those moments, she's not just a basketball star, she's Caitlin, the lifelong Chiefs fan, completely immersed in the energy of Chiefs Kingdom.
Clark may be from Iowa and play in Indiana, Colts country, but she's also a huge fan of Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. She says she's been a fan of the team most of her life.
Clark's devotion to the Chiefs is inspiring on its own, but the story doesn't end there. What makes this connection even more special is how the Chiefs and their stars have embraced her in return. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Brittany Mahomes, and the entire Chiefs Kingdom have made it clear, Caitlin Clark isn't just a fan, she's one of them. But how did this mutual admiration unfold, and what does it say about the power of sports to bring people together? Let's dive in.
Who's your favorite player, or is?
Oh, is? I mean, obviously Travis is up there.
I made it.
But I'm obviously a big Patrick fan too.
How can you not be?
Like, the both of you, you're pretty great.
I'm here.
But it's been fun, and obviously...
Caitlin Clark's love for the Kansas City Chiefs is no secret, but what makes this story even more fascinating is how the admiration goes both ways. It's not every day that an NFL powerhouse publicly recognizes a WNBA star, but Clark isn't just any fan. She's a trailblazer, a game-changer who has earned the respect of Chiefs Kingdom and beyond. Her impact reaches far beyond basketball, proving that greatness recognizes greatness, no matter the sport.
Just a tremendous player, tremendous person. From every time I've met with her and talked, you can tell she loves the game. She loves playing at Iowa, and is going to be one of the best women's basketball, one of the best college basketball players to ever play, and then go to the WNBA and dominate there as well. Hopefully I never have to play her one-on-one because she'll for sure be getting buckets on me.
One unforgettable moment came during the 2024 NCAA tournament when Caitlin Clark was dominating on the court. The Chiefs' official social media account sent a heartfelt message, "You cheered for us, now it's our turn. All of Chiefs Kingdom is rooting for you tonight, Caitlin Clark." It was simple, yet powerful. Fans took notice. This wasn't just a casual shout-out. It was proof that Clark wasn't just a supporter, she was truly part of the Chiefs family. The connection between her and the team ran deeper than fandom, resonating with both communities. And the recognition didn't stop there. Patrick Mahomes, the face of the franchise and one of the most respected athletes in sports, spoke about Clark in an interview, praising her competitive fire and skill. "She's a competitor through and through. You can see it in the way she plays the game." High praise from a quarterback who has redefined the NFL. It's rare for a WNBA rookie to get this level of recognition, but in Clark, Mahomes saw something familiar, a relentless drive to push boundaries and elevate the game.
What do we think about 2024 Chiefs, Caitlin? What do we think about where the team's at?
I'm feeling good.
You feeling good?
I'm feeling good. I mean, we're what, 13 and 1 right now.
Pretty good.
Oh, did you say 13 and 1?
That's not too bad. But also, like, you guys have made it interesting as a fan. Like,
there you go. We're just keeping everybody at the edge of their seat.
Brittany Mahomes also stepped in, further strengthening the connection. Known for being a vocal advocate for women's sports, she didn't hesitate to publicly support Clark, especially during tough moments in the WNBA. When Clark faced criticism, Brittany spoke up, making it clear that she had her back.
I think it's kind of similar to how I play is, offensive firepower. It's exciting. It's not, usually what you see on the football field is just so many different exciting plays. And that's kind of how I play basketball too. So I think that's why I'm kind of drawn to it.
Those words weren't just encouragement, they were a testament to the bond between two women who understand the challenges and triumphs of breaking barriers in sports. The Chiefs' support for Clark goes beyond simple fandom. It's a story of mutual respect, shared values, and the unifying power of sports to bring athletes and entire communities together.
They're one of the best duos. I think it's kind of similar to how we run offense at Iowa. Good point guard, good post player, good quarterback, great tight end.
This mutual admiration hasn't just deepened Caitlin Clark's connection to the Chiefs, it's expanded her reach beyond basketball. Chiefs fans, known for their unwavering loyalty, naturally rallied behind someone who not only supported their team but also embodied the same grit and determination as their star quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. It's a crossover that has brought fans together, bridging the NFL and WNBA in a way that proves the power of sports to unite people through shared passion.
I think that's what I appreciate about you guys the most, and like you and Patrick especially, is like you guys just have that edge to you, like that clutch factor, and like a lot of people don't have that. So when you get the ball with 1:30, you need to go 80 yards and score. Like, I'm feeling pretty good. But
we like the ball in Pat Mahomes' hands for sure.
We do.
Our defense has been saving our ass a lot, let alone our like field goal block team and our So it's been a full team effort this year.
What makes this story even more compelling are the undeniable parallels between Caitlin Clark and Patrick Mahomes, two young superstars redefining their sports. At first glance, they come from completely different worlds, but a closer look reveals striking similarities. Both burst onto the scene with unprecedented talent, capturing the imagination of fans and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. But what truly connects them? Let's start with their creativity and style. Mahomes is known for making the impossible look effortless, no-look passes, off-balance throws, and game-changing scrambles. His ability to innovate has reshaped modern football, setting a new standard for how the game is played.
Caitlin Clark finished up one of the most remarkable years of basketball playing up in quite some time.
Clark, meanwhile, brings that same magic to the basketball court. Whether she's sinking deep three-pointers with ease or delivering pinpoint passes through impossible gaps, her game is pure spectacle. Just like Mahomes, she has a knack for creating unforgettable moments. Their ability to innovate isn't just a skill, it's their signature, setting them apart as true game changers in their sports.
The WNBA has seen record-breaking numbers this season in viewership, ticket sales, merch sales, and just overall growth of the league.
Then there's the pressure. Mahomes thrives in moments that would break most players, leading game-winning drives and pulling off impossible plays with almost cinematic drama. Clark has shown that same unshakable composure, from her clutch performances at Iowa to buzzer beaters that leave fans in awe. Like Mahomes, she doesn't just handle pressure, she embraces it, turning high-stakes moments into defining ones. It's what makes her a player fans can count on when it matters most. Remember this shot?
As a Kansas City Chiefs fan, how long will Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift last?
They're gonna get married. You heard it here first.
And then there's their leadership, a quality that goes beyond talent and defines how they elevate those around them. Patrick Mahomes isn't just the Chiefs' quarterback, he's their foundation. He leads by example, rallying his teammates with encouragement, taking responsibility in high-pressure moments, and maintaining a calm, confident presence that inspires those around him. His leadership is magnetic, pulling everyone into his orbit and pushing them to perform at their best. Caitlin Clark plays a remarkably similar role with the Indiana Fever. Even as a rookie, she carries herself with a maturity that lifts her entire team. Whether it's delivering a perfectly timed assist that turns into a highlight reel play or offering a quick word of encouragement after a tough moment, she's already a central figure in the Fever's resurgence. Like Mahomes, her leadership isn't about being the loudest voice in the room, it's about actions that make everyone around her better.
I got some time. So hopefully I can make it to a Chiefs game here soon. Maybe a playoff game or something, so.
I'll tell you what, we punched our ticket, so we're definitely, we're going to at least I would assume we at least got one at Arrowhead, but you're invited to them all, so.
All right. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Their influence doesn't stop with their teams, it extends across their entire sports. Mahomes turned the Chiefs into perennial championship contenders, energizing a fan base that had been hungry for success. Similarly, Clark's arrival in the WNBA has been nothing short of transformative. The Clark effect has brought in new fans, packed arenas, and sparked unprecedented excitement around the Fever. You can see it in the record-breaking viewership, the social media buzz, and the skyrocketing merchandise sales. What started as casual curiosity for some has turned into full-on WNBA fandom, fueled by Clark's star power. But what truly stands out is how both athletes make their sports must-watch entertainment. Mahomes' highlight reel plays keep football fans glued to their screens, while Clark's no-look passes, deep threes, and clutch shots have drawn comparisons to legends like Steph Curry and Larry Bird. Their impact isn't just about stats or awards, it's about inspiring the next generation, proving that greatness has no limits.